YouTube, Christopher, got a cool one for you. This is an Eart GW2-Pro. What does the Pro mean? Well, it's got better woods and a far better bridge than what's in their GW2 standard, which has that squarish bridge with the pulleys and the wrench and all that stuff. It's not a bad bridge, but it's not the easiest to deal with. This is a very nice looking guitar. I love the new hardware that they installed up at the head. It's a double locking piece that goes onto the top of the neck, and it mounts like so. There's a bone spacer in there for some reason. Don't know why they care what the material is. It's not going to affect your tone in any way because there's a 0 fret, and that's where the tone starts and stops. The neck is made out of wenge, I don't know, in paduk. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-piece neck, wenge and paduk. The body is made out of roasted ash. It's quite nice. This is the purple one. I don't know if they got some weird name for it or whatever. But here's the new bridge tail pieces. You can see that the ball end sits in a little cup in there, and when you turn this guy, it just basically pulls the string back and forth. It's a much better design. There's a saddle that it sits on that you can adjust the height with the 2 set screws. The whole entire bridge itself moves back and forth, which is held to a plate underneath it by a single screw, so you loosen that screw and you can adjust the intonation. Now, this guitar is cool looking. It plays great now, but it was a nightmare when I got it. I don't know if they're all this way. This one definitely was. In order for me to get an action that I'm comfortable with, I had to lower these guys down to the point where, and you can see this, it's still not perfect, but there's like very little, if any, break angle after the saddle here to where the ball end is. It's a very shallow angle. So that's shallow, but I've done some modifications to get it so that it's enough. What I've had to do to get this guitar to make it really playable with low action is I had to put a shim in the neck to change the angle of the neck, and I had to put a shim underneath the bridge in the front to make the bridge sit at an angle like this. Those 2 angles, so your neck and your bridge, you angle them off like this. That's exaggerating it. And what it does is it'll fix your break angle coming over this. What was happening is when I set this to good action that I like, this string would vibrate in the saddle if you played it. You'd play and you'd hear the string buzzing away down here. And it's because the break angle has to be a certain amount in order to keep the string tight against the saddle with downward pressure. So as it was from the factory, I don't know if I got a bad one or what, but I had to do a lot of stuff to it to make it playable right out of the box. I'm going to tell you that straight away. If you're in the market for one of these guys, be prepared to maybe have to do that to yours as well in order to have good playable action with it. Having said that, it now plays wonderfully. And it's a pretty cool guitar. Let's check it out. So let's go through some tones. I'm going to start out with a clean channel. And I'm, of course, playing through the Archetype John Petrucci from Neural DSP through my computer here. So here's the pickups, which, let me see, I think they describe their pickups on here. Do they? What do we got for pickups? These are called custom covered 57 Alnico 5 humbuckers. They're made in Korea. Oh, that's interesting information. Can I feel that? Yeah, I guess I can. So the neck profile on the back is a compound profile. So it goes from a U shape up here to a C shape down here, which is pretty interesting. What does it say here for measurements? It's a 20 millimeter, I'm guessing, is what that means, at the first fret, and then 21 at the 12th fret. Not that it matters, I guess. It might to some. I find it to be quite comfortable, actually. It's like, it's just under the thickness of like maybe a Fender neck or something. But it's wangy, so it feels waxy and smooth, you know. Again, let's go back into the tones here. So full humbucker, there's no push-pulls on this guitar, so you're only getting 3 positions. You get the full humbucker. In the middle, you get both humbuckers, and in the top, you get, or third position, you get just the neck pickup. Let's hear them. Clean channel. I always do this. I start playing, and then I remember a spec that you probably want to know about. Fretboard material, I'm not really sure. Fingerboard radius is 9.5 to 14 compound. That's interesting. Truss rod adjustment is down here. I should have just read this off. 42 millimeter bone nut. It's not a nut, it's a spacer. The nut is the actual fret in front of it. It's a bolt on. What else we got here? 10s. I've changed them to 11s. Stainless steel frets, though. That's the other thing. That's the big one. And these are beautiful frets. These things are rounded off. And I know in the past I've seen some where they're not very even going up and down the neck as far as their spacing against the edge of the board. But this one is very well done. And they're those beautiful ball ends. This neck is crazy comfortable. It really is. It's an extremely nice neck. And I'm yapping away. And you're like, shut the hell up and play the stupid thing. So here we go. Stainless steel frets. Second position. Neck position. Pretty good. Let's go put some mid-ranged gain on here, like a classic rock type of tone. Oh, where is it? Right there. All right. Here we go. Some classic rock tones. Middle position. Neck position. Pretty good. Let's go for some high gain tones here. We're going to use her Majestic Boom. I don't know why that riff just came into my head and I can't play it correctly anyway. Where is it? F. God, so many songs I forget how to play. You get the picture. Middle position. Neck. Quit while I'm not really ahead. A couple of things that I noticed while I'm playing here is that when you do some aggressive bends, I don't know if you can hear that. Let me get that closer. Nope, not hearing it. There it is. So this guitar has a couple of issues that I don't really like, and that's literally the angle that the strings go after they cross over their witness points. So the angle here from the saddle to where the ball sits, way too shallow. I doubt Eart will ever see this video. If they do, please take note. You have to have a break angle after your saddle. for downward pressure. Helps it stay stable, helps with everything. You have to have downward pressure after your nut. It will keep them from doing this. If there was enough downward angle coming off of the nut here, the force of that would hold that string on that 0 fret far better. The other thing, and the real reason why this is not staying put, is because they've cut the slot in their spacer, it's not a nut, way too wide for the string. So if you look at this spacer right here, you can see it's just going back and forth in there, so it's too much room. So really, in order for me to fix this guitar 100%, I'd have to put a new nut spacer in here in order for that to sit right and to not make that noise, so that it'll hold the string in the spot that it's supposed to be in. So a couple issues with the guitar. So buy it at your own risk, I guess I could say. If you know how to do these kinds of mods or these kinds of fixes, by all means, this is a great guitar once it's fixed up. I won't say it's a great guitar, it's a good guitar. It's a fun guitar. It sounds pretty good. I'm probably going to swap the pickups out and use it as just a mod platform. I may even, at some point, get the body routed with a little bit of a channel so that this can sit in the body at the correct angle to give me a better break angle here. As far as this is concerned, there's not much I can do with the break angle coming off of the nut, because this headpiece right here is basically, it is what it is. I would have to, I'd have to plane it out to bring it down a little further, which it's not worth doing all that extra work. But that's what this guitar is. So if you were on the fence about buying one, use that information in any way you see. If it benefits you, great. If it doesn't, that's fine too. But hey, I like to keep people informed on what they're going to get. If there's something that I review on my channel and there's an issue, I'm going to point it out. I know most of my videos are very positive, and that's usually because I like to buy things that I know are going to be pretty good. I do take chances on some stuff. This is one of them. Sometimes I buy goofy stuff off of Amazon just to try it and see how it is and keep you guys informed on whether or not it's a product you might be interested in. That's kind of why I run this little channel here. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you have one and if you've experienced the issues that I described here. Of course, I fixed them already, so I can't really show you. You got to take my word for it. But yeah, that's the Eart GW2-Pro. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.